Assalamu alaikum. How are you, my dear students? So let's start today with exercise number 1A of your book 1, page number 13, and the question number 3. What is the question number 3? The question is, find each of the following by using prime factorization. As we have done in the previous lesson, that how to do the questions related to the prime factorization, we have done already in question number 2. In question number 1, I explained you that how you have to identify that which numbers are the prime numbers and which numbers are the composite numbers. And then we have done with the prime factorization. Now, one step ahead, that the next topic is that they give you the question related to the square root, and we want to find out the square root by using the prime factorization. So my dear students, how to do that? First of all, this sign is new for you. What is this sign? This sign is a sign of square root. This is the sign of square root. When we are writing this sign, this is the sign of square root. This is the sign of square root, and this square root is equal to 1 by 2. It's a value of the square root sign, that is the 1 by 2. Okay, so let's start. We have the value 1764. First of all, we will find out its prime factors, and after finding the prime factors, we will go for the square root. Let's start with the prime factors first of all. 1764, and you know that how to find out the prime factors for this. Yes, my dear students, how to do that? You can see over here, as they do, we have to do the prime factors factorization by using all the prime factors. So as the last digit is 4, it is divisible by 2, and we know that the 2 is a basic prime number. The first prime number is 2. So let's start with that. Direct division I'm going to do over here. 1 is smaller than 2, so we cannot divide 1 by 2. We will take these two terms together. 2 8s are 16. 2 8s are 16. As 2 8s are 16, but this number is 17, 1 will go and added with this, it becomes 16. Again, 2 8s are 16, and then 2 2s are 4. Clear? The next step is, again, the last digit is 2. So we will again divide by 2. 2 4s are 8, 2 4s are 8, and 2 1s are 2. As now you can see that my last digit is 1, and we know that the 1 is not divisible by 2. The next prime number is 3. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. That is the divisibility rule of 3, that if you add all the numbers and the numbers are divisible by 3, the addition of the number, the sum of the number is divisible by 3, so we can divide it by 3. So here we can see that we can divide it by 3. As we can divide it by 3, so let's start now with the number 3. Okay, so let's start with number 3. 3 1s are 3, and this is 14. 3 4s are 12, and it become 21. 3 7s are 21. Again, the last digit is 7. We cannot divide by 2. How I'm going to divide it? 7 plus 1, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. 1, you can see over here, 1 plus 4 plus 7. They all become 12. So 12 is divisible by 3. I can divide it by 3. 3 4s are 12. And then it becomes 27. 3 9s are 27. Clear? 9 3s are 27. The next point is, now the number is 49. It is not even divisible by 2, not even divisible by 3. I cannot divide the next prime number, which is 5, because it's not a 0 or 5. So it's a simple that I can go for 7. 7 7s are 49, and then 7 1s are 7. Clear? As you can see that at this point, I have the prime factors of 1764. Now you have to do over here. 1 7 6 4 square root of that is equal to 2 times 2, 2 times 3, and 2 times 7, and its square root. 2 times 7 and its square root. We want to do the square root of this. Here I can identify one thing, that this number, the second number, and the third number, all these three numbers are coming to 2 times. So according to your previous question, you can write it as 2 raised to power 2. Clear? You can write the next as 3 raised to power 2, and the last as 7 raised to power 2. And even the square root, I can replace the square root by 1 by 2. As I told you here, that square root we can write as 1 by 2 too. Here, because all these numbers 2, 3, and 7, they have collectively power 2. So I can write them together. They all have the power 2. So I can write their power collectively outside 2, and it will be multiplied with this outside 1 by 2. We know that this 2 and this 2 will be cancelled, and only inside the bracket values will be left like this. So now you can multiply and write the answer. 3 2s are 6 and 6 7s are 42. This is your answer of your question. Repeating the question. As the question was, find each of the following by using the prime factorization. The word prime factorization is very important word over here, that you have to use only the prime factors. Then you have to find out the square root. So I have taken the number which is inside the square root. Find out the prime factors for this by using only the prime factors. I use 2, then 3, then 7, according to the situation of the question. Then I have written all these side numbers here because these are the prime factors of 1764. You have to write over here all the numbers, then square root sign. As we can see, and this is the most important point of this question, that whenever you are finding the square root, the number should come in pair. Mean each number should be with the power 2. Then only you can remove it with the square root, because we know that the square root power is 1 by 2. So here I have one pair of 2, one pair of 3, and one pair of 7. So it means that 2 comes 2 times. I can write it into 2 raised to power 2. 3 comes 2 times, I can write it as 3 raised to power 2. And 7 comes 2 times, 7 power 2. And square root I can replace 1 by 2. As we can see over here, that I told you at the beginning that the square root is equal to 1 by 2. Square root is equal to 1 by 2. So I just replace this square root by 1 by 2 over here. Now, because all these three numbers which are inside the bracket, they have the same power 2, 2, 2. And I can write it as outside as a common power, then 2 and 1 by 2 will be cancelled. You have done in your grade 5 and your grade 4 how to do the cancellation. If it is written as 2 multiplied by 1 by 2, so we can cancel this 2 and this 2. Okay, it will be 1 only, 1 we are not writing as any power. So only you have to write. You can even do this step directly, not without cancellation. Just write inside the bracket values 2, 3, 7 and multiply them. 3 2s are 6 and 6 7s are 42. That's your answer. Thank you so much.